Happy 2024, everyone. It's been more family than football for me the past couple of weeks, so let's get back into it and have a look at the EFL Championship by ranking every team's Christmas period. I'm defining the Christmas period as the 4 rounds of games between December 22nd and New Year's Day. As usual, we're going to go worst to best, and we'll start with 24 Blackburn Rovers. Horrible December turned into a horrible Christmas for Blackburn. Nobody scored fewer points, nobody conceded more goals, nobody dropped more league positions than Rovers. Points dropped against 2 of the bottom 4 means Rovers plummet from the top half to the bottom 8. 23rd, QPR. Rangers' 3-game win streak of early December is now a distant memory. Only 1 point in 4 games over Christmas. Nobody scored fewer than that single solitary goal QPR did. Down a place into 23rd with a strange run of 5 straight home games, the possible cure. 22nd, Birmingham City. The mood at Birmingham hasn't changed too much for Wayne Rooney over Christmas. No more wins, down another 3 positions. And it's now only the bottom 4 beneath them. When you factor in the lack of buy-in from the fans on the managerial hire, not a happy holiday. 21st, Hull City. Solitary win for Hull over Christmas means they relinquish their playoff spot, and that 3 points came over Blackburn, who we rank bottom of this list. Still, well placed in the playoff race, but they need to turn around a lean and leaky festive period in this new year. 20th, Ipswich Town. It's only really the fact that Ipswich had hard fixtures that saves them from being even lower. The bar has been set exceptionally high, but no wins in 4, only 1 goal, main striker injured long term, big hammering at Leeds, all over the Christmas period. Still, incredibly, they're second, but the lead has shrunk by 7 points. 19th, Preston North End. North End are tied with Blackburn for the most places dropped over Christmas. They lost 3 out of their 4 to go from 8th to 14th in the table, but that dramatic Boxing Day win over Leeds helps keep them afloat in our list and in the table, but the results have been sketchy for a while now. 18th, Plymouth Argyle. Bit up in the air at Plymouth as they still had this hard task of replacing the excellent Stephen Schumacher in the dugout, who left to manage Stoke. No wins and at least 2 conceded in every game. Bonus points though for excitement with 3 high-scoring draws in there. 17th, Huddersfield Town. 3 points are worth a lot at the bottom, and that comfortable win over Blackburn made Christmas a bit more bearable for Huddersfield. Still outside the bottom 3, and with QPR's drop off, the safety points gap has actually grown from 2 points to 3 points. 16th, Norwich City. 4 points for Norwich, but I'm going to give them a couple of passes, I think. They did draw against Southampton, who have been pretty much the hardest game in the league at the moment, and they had 10 men for most of the defeat against West Brom. Down 3 in the table for the Canaries to 13th. 15th, Watford. Now, the Hornets had got us all excited, hadn't they? But they only won the opener in their Christmas quartet. 5 points on the board, but very leaky in the 3-3 at Plymouth, and that eye-opening 4-1 home defeat to Bristol City. Down 1 into 10th in the table. 14th, West Brom. The Baggies stay in the playoff spots, which is great. 2 1-0 home wins and 2 1-0 away defeats makes it a pretty binary looking set of results though. Beating Leeds can be considered excellent. Losing to Swansea then on the other hand, not quite the same. Big picture, very good. Christmas in isolation, pretty much down the middle, isn't it? 13th, Leeds United. Same as West Brom for Leeds. 2 brilliant home wins and then 2 disappointing away defeats. Big kudos for hammering Ipswich so easily, but the standards are high in the automatic race and it's a place dropped, and Southampton have gone from level to 4 points ahead of Leeds. Now, someone who had an absolutely A-star Christmas was our subscriber Paul, who cleaned up with a £1,000 win on Match Bingo's East Anglian Derby game. Hit the QR code here to get involved. Please play responsibly. 12th, Middlesbrough. Another 2 wins and 2 losses in this group of games. This Borough this time. They will have a bit more value being that Borough are further back and pushing for the playoffs rather than inside them. Really good home win over West Brom, but they must be sick of the sight of Coventry in recent times. 11th, Stoke City. Schumacher in, the latest to try and get a tune out of Stoke in the Championship. Unbeaten over the 4 games, a couple of nil-nillers in there, but decent away win at Birmingham too. Still in the bottom 6, but the gap to safety increased already from 3 to 7 points. 10th, Swansea City. Still no manager change at Swans, but a 7-point haul over Christmas. Yes, there is a 5-0 defeat in there, but it is to Southampton. That kind of ruins it a little bit. But they did take points off in-form Coventry and beat 5th placed West Brom. Considering they're between bosses, I think that will probably very much do. 9th, Sunderland. McBeal is up and running at the Mackems, and they've moved up 1 place into the top 6, which is surely the short-term target ticked off. Maybe par for the fixtures, considering Hull and Preston were both beaten and they're towards the bottom of our list, but you can't argue with the 7-point output. 8th, Bristol City. Oh, they just let themselves down in the last game, didn't they? Liam Manning, though, does seem to be onto something over Christmas with wins over Hull and Watford, and City climbing 3 places and to within 4 points of those playoff spots. It's crowded, but you've got to be in it to win it, right? 7th, Cardiff City. Now, fair play to Errol Ballou. Another 7 points for Cardiff over Christmas means they're back up 3 places into 9th in the table. Yes, the 2 wins did come against bottom 3 sides, but only the top 6 now have won more games than the Bluebirds this season. Nice trick if you can pull it off. 6, Sheffield Wednesday. Danny Roll's first job was to get Wednesday off the bottom. Done. They're now a further place up and just 3 points off safety after back-to-back victories to end the Christmas period. I always say things move slowly down at the bottom, and 5 wins since the start of December for the Owls has put the entire bottom 6 on notice. 5, Rotherham United. Now, Rotherham is still bottom, but Liam Richardson does seem to have brought back a bit of hope to the situation with a quick 5 points scored over the past 3 games. Things are still going to be massively tough, but it feels like Rotherham are at least back in the conversation rather than looking doomed like they were a few weeks before. 4, Leicester City. Another 10 points on the board as Leicester head towards a record-breaking title-winning points total. They were top and 13 points clear of 3rd at the start of Christmas. They're now top and 13 points clear of 3rd, as you were for the formidable Foxes. 3rd, Southampton. The big movers in the promotion race over Christmas were definitely Southampton. They moved up to 3rd, in the process gaining 4 points on Leeds and 7 on Ipswich. Saints are 18 undefeated, and we all know what's going to happen in the second half of the season if the current trends all continue. 2nd, Coventry City. Our biggest Christmas climbers were Coventry, who went up from 15th to 8th with their 10-point haul. The goals and points are flowing. Sakamoto is on fire, and last season's playoff final losers are now just 3 points off a repeat playoff finish. 1st, Millwall. Top of the tree in our Christmas rankings are Millwall. What a turnaround. No wins in 6 for Joe Edwards going in. Coming out, 10 points, 3 straight wins, 4 straight clean sheets. They've gone from being 2 points off the bottom 3 to 10. What a festive surge from the Lions, who top our list. Get involved down there in the comments. But remember, the classic, my team should be higher, is allowed, but it's pretty worthless unless you've fired up your head as well as your heart and explained to everybody why. As I said at the top of the video, we've been fairly quiet on the channel over Christmas, so I'll link you to my Boxing Day vlog as I saw Ipswich and Leicester draw 1-1. Click here to see that. And it's a big Happy New Year from me to you, and a big thank you for subscribing. Let's get into 2024 and what will no doubt be another year of complete chaos in the Championship.